Esther 3. In a grand glittering court of King Xerxes, where the power flows freely as a wine, there is always someone seeking more. Haman, the king on the right-hand man, had reached out his heights of his career. He wore the king's favor like a crown. In his mind, there was no one greater than himself. But power, as we know it, often breeds pride, and the pride often blinds us to a deeper truth of our lives. Haman, commander, respected all of the kingdom, the king giving him the authority to command everyone to bow down to him. And so the people, like the servants of the courts, the rulers, except one man, Mordecai, Esther's cousin. Mordecai was a man of integrity, a man whose identity was a Jew, or is a Jew. He bowed before no man, and for he knew his alliance was with God alone. The act of defiance, one small act, a refusal to bow, set the motion of the scenes of the events that would lead to a great reckoning. When Haman saw Mordecai refusal to bow, his pride was wounded. He could not bear the thought that someone would stand against him, and was one man compared to thousands who bowed before him. But instead of letting the insult pass, Haman decided to take matters in his own hands. His anger turned into a plot, one that would cost not only Malachi, but the entire race of people of Jews. Haman approached the king of Xerxes' plan. He told him that there was people scattered throughout the empire who lived in different laws, people who refused to obey king's commands. He spoke of them like with venom, twisting the truth and creating fear. And with a single word, the king Haman secured the right-hand man of King Xerxes, got the king's approval to destroy the Jewish people. A decree was issued. The Jews would be destroyed. A date was set, and every Persian citizen was called to participate. But what Haman didn't know was that the very person who earned his favor, the Queen Esther, was one of the Jews. Esther, still unaware of the extent of Haman's hatred, would soon catch into a web of threatening not only her own life, but lives all around her, of her people. Haman's pride had set the stage for confrontation, and it would require courage, wisdom, and faith that could move mountains. And so a decree went out across the empire: annihilate the Jews. It was a moment of deep darkness where the plans of man seem unstoppable. But even in the darkest times, God is at work, even when his name is not spoken. The story of Esther teaches us that no matter how grand the enemy's plan, God's plan is always greater. He often would let pride and anger cloud our vision, as Haman did. We may not face the same kind of hatred, but each of us have the moment where pride, jealousy, or fear leads us to act rashly. But like Mordecai, we are called to stand firm in our identity. Like Esther, we find ourselves in a place where God calls us to act in the face of great danger. What situation in your life today can you act with courage, even when it seems impossible? When are you trusting that God is at work, even when it doesn't seem like you could see the big picture? Like Esther, your obedience may be the key to God's deliverance. You have a blessed, wonderful day, one day at a time, with the entire book of the Bible.